Prepare to be sick of me. Prepare to be sick of me. I hate it. I hate the whole series. It's only on book 2. I hate it. It's trash. Dog water. Boo-boo. And the writer, I don't even think the writer is a Black Panther fan. I don't even think she did her research. And I wasted my money on the Hellfire Gala cover. This shit is trash. Besides the fact that, we got black people experimenting on other black people and turning them into cyborgs and pretty much forcing them to kill each other. Like, why are we still doing this? We got a whole intergalactic empire. Why are we not exploring that? There are bigger and better things in Marvel to fight than each other. I'm tired of reading black comics about black people killing each other, experimenting each other, or doing each other wrong. Specifically in Black Panther, we've had years of this. We should be done by now. It should have been over. But this is somehow entertaining. This makes the money. No, but that's not my biggest problem with this comic. I don't think anybody studied when they wrote this. Because you see, when you read this page right here, specifically that bubble right there, this motherfucker says that he still has the heart-shaped herb. Somebody lost their goddamn mind. He ain't had that shit for years. Well, what the fuck is this? Like, did we forget Black Panther 2009 issue 8? He lost those powers and abilities. Like, what the fuck is this? He lost that. He don't have that no more. This is literally why he had to go to bat, to get his powers back. And she didn't just give them back to him, she made him king of the dead. Even Shuri got an upgrade. She's like the memory of Wakanda now. But back to him, even in Avengers 53, he shows you he's still the king of the dead. And then this is somewhat recent. Like, hell no. If there is something that I missed, please show me, enlighten me. But what the fuck is this? What the fuck is this? Like, bruh, even with Marvel's voices, the most that's been happening to T'Challa is that he's been having a hard time connecting with the ancestors. But as far as the King of the Dead, that title was given to him by Bass. And as far as we're concerned, that shit was never taken away. If that's not bad enough, again, Avengers 53, that shit is still current. So what the fuck, man? I don't want to keep reading this shit. Ain't no fucking growth. I'm not gonna keep spending money to read the same shit. My people love me. They don't fucking love me. My people are fighting each other. They trying to kill me. I don't want to kill them. It's the same shit. Like, on some real shit. It's so much shit the Wakandans could be doing right now. Especially the shit that Shuri was dealing with in fucking Marvel voices. But how the fuck you forget what powers he got? I swear to God, y'all got one more time, bro. Y'all got one more fucking time. Keep fucking with me. I'm gonna be a bat sexual. Keep fucking with me. This shit is fucking ridiculous. You can't even really rank this shit as a goddamn 0. This shit is hot ass. This shit stank. I kicked out your home by your own fucking women, and they took the side of a fucking baby killer. Now we can't remember what fucking powers you got. Fuck this series. Like, hell no. If there is something that I missed, please show me.
So I just called my brother, and we've been up here researching this bullshit. So when you look at Marvel Voices Wakanda Forever, it was at this part right here where we up here like basically like, what the fuck? So it says right here, ancestors, I offer this water bush tea and that word right here, Ewan, whatever the fuck, and vibranium crystal as a gift. And they said that word is Yoruba, whatever the fuck, for a heart-shaped herb. That whatever the fuck. So I'm like, what the fuck is that? So I Googled that shit and it popped up the definition of that word, the language. So I'm like, oh, it's a language. So that's when I had see what the fuck that shit mean in English, and it says heart leaf. I also found this book called Black Panther Protectors of Wakanda, History and Training with the Dora Milaje. And they even call the damn heart-shaped herb that same word, as you can see right there. So my brother Lion told me to go fucking read this shit. And he was saying that this shit right here, if it was the heart-shaped herb, it shouldn't be purple. When they make the juice out of that shit, it's usually green. And you also don't even make that shit to go into that little stance he went in. You can just bite the shit and go into it. But if you pause and you fucking read this shit right here, it's lets us know that purple shit is the soul-shaped herb. And when you mix that shit up, it's purple. The only thing I can say is that damn, he didn't make that type of concoctions. You see it that bowl. That shit ain't purple or blue. The only thing that's purple is this little line right here that's coming from that crystal. So the problem that we both having right here is the fact that the writer of this shit didn't do our research enough, or they just up here changing around. Because like I said, that word means heart-shaped herb. Now, I don't know what the fuck is going on here. That's, like I said, that's not that juice. This was the purple shit. So whatever the fuck he got in his hand and that crystal plus the juice is where she trying to say is that he took the heart-shaped herb again.
So real quick. Let me show you how trash this shit is, right? So me and Comics Related had a conversation today, right? About this shit. And then me and Mylly had a conversation about this shit. So remember earlier today when I brought this up and he said that he's still getting used to the heart-shaped herb, right? And I said, enlighten me when the fuck he took that shit again, right? So when I talked to Comics Related, Comics was all like, well, brother, maybe he has them both. I said that wouldn't make any fucking sense because of what the hell happened with Shuri. And then Mylly pointed out something in Marvel Voices, which is basically the word Ewokin, however you pronounce it. And that word means heart-shaped herb. And I was like, okay, but Mylly, that still doesn't make any sense. And Mylly was like, well, what do you mean? How does it not make any sense? And I told him what Black Panther did to talk to his ancestors isn't the way you would do that with a heart-shaped herb to do so, because that's not its properties. From the eyes going blank like this and being able to talk to the memory of Wakanda, you wouldn't use the heart-shaped herb for that, because that's not its purpose. He was like, well, what do you mean? What does that? And I told him, well, in Defenders, issue 7, what does that is the soul-shaped herb. You see, the ritual for the soul-shaped herb is a purple elixir that allows you to speak to the Council of Kings, while at the same time, the same effect where your eyes go white and you're able to see the council, it's the same effect the soul-shaped herb has on you when it does that. Because again, the heart-shaped herb doesn't do this to an individual. We know this because when Shuri took it, she didn't have to turn it into a juice. She simply had to ingest it, and that's it. It just put her right to sleep. Her eyes didn't go white. And if that's not bad enough, when you take the heart-shaped herb, it doesn't take you to the council, it takes you to Bass, in which Bass is the reason why you would even have those powers anymore. And how do we know this? Because when T'Challa got hurt and almost assassinated, that was literally explained. Furthermore, when it comes to the heart-shaped herb, every time it gets turned into an elixir, the elixir is green. It's not purple. That's the shit they did in the movies. But the soul-shaped herb is purple. When I told Mylly, I was like, yeah, Mylly, the soul-shaped herb is what you would use if you want to go talk to the council. Again, you don't gotta fucking argue with me. It's word for word, bar for bar. And pretty much anybody can drink that shit and it'll take you right there. Like, do you see this shit? Once it's taken, it literally takes you directly to the fucking council. You don't even have to talk to Bat, which last time I checked, as soon as he takes it, he's right there. He's right there. Who's writing this shit? It's either he has the heart-shaped herb or he's got them both, because he didn't talk to Bass. And Bass is the only one who can give you those abilities. And he hasn't talked to her in I don't know how fucking long. The last time I think he even saw her was when he was talking with her and Thor. Like, Marvel, bro, you got to get your house in order, bro. Black Panther fans, apparently he got them both, which means he got double. So now base Black Panther is the heart-shaped herb and the King of the Dead. Yet he didn't even use the right ritual.